101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest is an essential read for anyone interested in gaining a deeper understanding of the world around them. This collection of essays covers a range of topics and offers readers insight into some of the most pressing issues facing our society today. Each essay provides unique perspectives and thought-provoking ideas that can help to start conversations and foster meaningful dialogue. In addition, the essays are written with clarity and wit, making this book an enjoyable yet enlightening read. If you're looking for an engaging way to explore different points of view on important topics and gain valuable insights into how we think, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think is the perfect choice. Idea 1 to 10. Number 1. You can find your way out of the maze of pain and find out what it's like to thrive if you train yourself to see your problems as lessons you can learn from and adapt to. Number 2. If you want to do what you love most, you have to put yourself out there, which can be scary and hurtful. There are times when feeling bad about something is not enough to stop it. In addition, they show that you are working on something important. Number 3. The routines of famous people who have done great things have a lot in common. Their unconscious mind was safe behind that wall. Number 4. At first, we don't know each other, and it's easy to forget that no one gets to choose who else joins the group. Number 5. Don't try to teach people not to be stupid if you don't want to be frustrated. When you tell someone they're wrong, it makes them more defensive and makes it harder for them to see things from a different point of view. Number 6. To get someone to open up and join a conversation, you must first agree with their point of view. Then by asking for their opinion, you may reveal your own position while showing them they still have some say in the conversation. Instead of being at odds with each other, you can both learn from this. Number 7. When we feel uneasy at the edge of change, it means we are heading in the right direction. We often mix it up with melancholy and learn how to deal with melancholy while trying to avoid it. Number 8. When we learn something new, let go of an idea that holds us back, or get ourselves motivated to make real changes, we often feel a little uncomfortable. We might learn a lot from the signs that make us feel bad. Number 9. Emotional intelligence can't be measured by how rarely you feel bad, because you've learned how to not feel awful. It doesn't matter how. You have a surprising amount of control over your thoughts, how much you let them affect you, and how you react to any given situation. Number 10. You doubt your own value. You start to wonder if this is all there is. You just have awful days sometimes. You can tell I am fair and self-aware because you still want to learn and grow. Idea 11 to 20. Number 11. No one likes to admit that they are in charge of their own happiness because that would mean taking responsibility for it. People wallow in their own misery as a way to put off taking action. They think that if they keep complaining about how bad things are, someone else will eventually step in and fix them. Number 12. Fulfillment comes from more than just satisfying our senses. It also comes from knowing that we are growing into the people we want and need to be. When we try to be perfect, we don't find success. We find ourselves. Number 13. Changing how you think about ease is the key to getting past barriers. It's important to think things through and weigh your options. It's about changing your point of view so that the pain you'll feel if you don't do the thing in front of you stands out more than the pain you'll feel if you do it. Number 14. You don't belong in that field if you don't have the intelligence of a rocket scientist. If you can't dance well enough to do it professionally, your career will be short. You can't always get everything you want. Number 15. Your younger self doesn't owe you anything. You can't become the person you always wanted to be. Number 16. Throw away the things that are holding you back. If you let yourself let go of the small things, it will be much easier for you to let go of the big things. If you can let go of things and things that remind you of pain, it's much easier to stop having bad thoughts and feelings. Number 17. Learn the difference between being honest and telling the truth. How you honestly feel, on the other hand, tends to be fleeting and changeable, while how you really feel is deeper and stays the same over time. Number 18. Trust that things will get better in the long run, as a result of personal growth rather than the way time makes you feel better. Now you know what you can really do. When you break up with someone for the 4th time, it's not as bad as the first time. This isn't because you're luckier, it's because you're smarter. Number 19. You can't force yourself to come up with something new. You should let it happen naturally and stop worrying about whether or not people will like it. Number 20. Ask yourself what you think life is worth if you want to figure out why you think the way you do about it. This isn't a philosophical exercise. Instead, it's a way to learn more about your own mind and how you think and act. Idea 21 to 30. Number 21. Often, all it takes to get a handle on things is to change how you look at them. One example is realizing that most of what people think about you is based on how they see themselves. Number 22. In the long run, your success depends less on how talented you are and more on how you act consistently. For mastery, you need to be able to practice over and over again. Professionals stand out from the rest of us because they have a lot of self-discipline, follow strict routine, and work hard to reach their goals. Number 23. No matter how hard you try, you will never find love if you keep trying to make other people like you. Number 24. You always think about the future and rarely enjoy what's going on right now. You spend too much time thinking about what you don't have and not nearly enough time appreciating what you do have. Number 25. People can only have a nervous breakdown right before they break through. Any kind of sudden mental or emotional upheaval, like a breakdown, is a good sign of progress. Number 26. You should take pictures to remember good times, not to show off how good you look or to prove that you did something important. Number 27. Of course, the things we envy most about other people are the things we think we lack. We want the pretty girl not because we want to be like her, but because we don't have something much more important: love for ourselves. Number 28. Some of the things we own shape the way we live. They change how we see things and, by extension, how we feel. We use these items to get ready for the day. Instead of trying to get rid of as many things as possible, you should focus on the things that are most important to you. Number 29. True safety does not exist. We try to find comfort in the false hope that it will protect us in this dangerous world. Number 30. To be happy, we need to feel good about ourselves. Optimism is the belief that we have the power to make good things happen. Idea 31 to 40. Number 31. The people who could hurt you the most are also the ones who love you the most. People who aren't already close to us don't have much of an effect on us. Number 32. Even when bad things happen, it's important to have someone important in your life. Even if the changes don't seem good at first, it's a blessing to know someone who can change your life in big ways. Number 33. We need to be able to take a step back, look at our lives without emotion, and make rational sense of our feelings, experiences, and choices. Before you can connect your mind and your feelings, you need to keep them separate. Number 34. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a teacher, a student, an editor, or a construction worker. You should think about what kind of person you want to be at work. Number 35. What you admire in others is what you love about yourself, and vice versa. Self-identification is a powerful tool for growth and the quickest way to a more peaceful life. It's worth practicing whenever someone else's actions make you upset or angry for no good reason. Number 36. How good your life is depends more on who you are than on what you do. It's not how many people you loved, but how much you cared about each one that matters. It's nothing to do with how well things go and everything to do with the magical surprises you find when you least expect them. Number 37. Almost always, you won't be able to understand the voice you have to listen to. It won't be able to say anything. It won't use any kind of logic at all. It will have nothing to do with the story you had in mind. It will be quiet enough that you won't even know it's talking to you. Number 38. When you have a skewed idea of what love should be like, we tend to stay in relationships that don't do much more than calm our fears, protect us from the truth, or give us a chance to show what we're made of. Love doesn't always show up the way we think it should, to put it simply. Number 39. To learn what it means to love someone deeply, you have to decide every day to act in small, useful, and kind ways toward that person. You can choose to love and admire someone even if you're only mildly interested in them or don't get along well with them. Number 40. When we're in a relationship, we have one of the best ways to learn, one of the best ways to heal, and one of the most beautiful ways to see what's still unresolved in us. Idea 41 to 50. Number 41. Talk to someone you haven't seen or heard from in a long time. It makes no sense to suffer alone. Telling someone they matter to you is a kind and humble thing to do, whether or not they actually do. Number 42. Choose to change how you act. It's important to think about how your attitude, routine, job, and where you live all play a part. Don't ever let your anger build up. No matter how bad things look, worrying, complaining, and having a bad attitude won't help. Number 43. Once we think that having lots of money will make us happy, we are like rats on a wheel. We can't get out until we die. This belief goes as far as morals, education, and yes, even money. Number 44. Respecting your elders has become shorthand for telling people that it's okay to stop learning after a certain age and settle into the biases of their own generation. Number 45. When people look at their lives with an open mind, they usually find that they are responsible for a lot of the problems and pain they have been through. As a species, we enjoy making trouble for ourselves very much. Number 46. Getting into trouble for oneself can be fun. We keep going around and back to the same point. We want to make our own problems because we think we're better than everyone else, because it gives us a reason to live, and because it shows that we're human by having gone through anything. Number 47. We shouldn't think we're better than other people. If you don't care about how the body works, you might as well not care about the body itself. Happiness being a choice is nice, but we'd rather have a wide range of feelings and events to choose from. Number 48. To stay still is to do nothing, and doing nothing is a surefire way to fail. We're taught to work too much and to feel like we're wasting time if we're not working toward our goals. We can't relax and be at peace with ourselves because of this. Number 49. Taking time to do nothing is important for our health and for living a full, peaceful, and well-rounded life. Number 50. Society has taught us to think that our ability to be happy is limited. Quite the opposite, this is not true. Ideas 51 to 60. Number 51. You won't be ready when the love of your life comes into your life. I know for sure that nobody is. If you think you need to put in more work before you can have that relationship, you are denying yourself the best way to grow. Number 52. Figure out how to do well in the meantime. On your days off, put your time to good use by doing things that let you fully express who you are as a person. But don't think that someone will love you until you can love yourself fully. Number 53. Those whose lives have changed a lot because they did what other people wanted are, without a doubt, the ones who yell the loudest about the need to act a certain way. Number 54. There isn't a single person you wouldn't love if you knew their backstory and could put yourself in their shoes for a while. Number 55. The essence of equality is being honest about and accepting that people are equal in some ways but not in others. Number 56. It is pointless to assume that someone is nice. It hurts a lot of people and things. As a result, it leads to negative feelings like anger, hostility, and even self-hatred, as well as intolerance and prejudice. Number 57. Even though emotional trauma doesn't lead to physical growth, it does lead to the kind of growth we all know, the growth of the mind, heart, and spirit. Number 58. We need to feel pain in order to live, and crying helps. When people are hurt, we feel a deep revulsion. We go through pain because we tend to look for relief from pain by going through more pain. Number 59. Things that happen to us are what finally make us stop looking for the sun and start being ourselves. Number 60. No one cares about how active your social media profile is except for you. No one's life is perfect, no matter what they say on social media. Ideas 61 to 70. Number 61. How do you feel about yourself because of how other people treat you is more important than how they treat you. Number 62. It doesn't matter how many people love us or how much love we get. What matters is how much that love means to us and how it changes the way we look at life. Number 63. When you stop and look around, you'll see that you've been running away from yourself the whole time, not towards some elusive state of happiness. Number 64. What is it that brings us so close together in all kinds of relationships? A feeling of being at home. One thing that stands out about you two is how well you seem to understand each other. Seeing yourself in another person is as easy as recognizing yourself there. Number 65. Keep in mind that we are all connected and that our different points of view will reflect and light each other up in just the right way, like shards of a bigger light. Number 66. There are a lot of little things that make up a lifetime. Most of these moments pass us by because we spend more time writing a summary of our lives than writing the paragraphs and chapters that make up our lives. Number 67. Most of the ideas you have every day are neither new nor your own. Our brains are like computer programs. They actively look for, remember, and believe what they are programmed to. Number 68. Most of the problems in our close relationships come from the fact that our idealized ideas of love don't match up with the love we get and often give. Number 69. We don't have to rely on our natural tendencies for the rest of our lives. The more we give into every negative thought about ourselves that comes to mind, the more firmly we will believe these things. Number 70. Since we don't know what to make of suffering and disappointment, it's a mystery and a challenge to pay attention to them. When we're amazed by something we can't fully explain, we tend to pay more attention to it, which makes it even more impressive. Ideas 71 to 80. Number 71. Non-resistance is neither a sign of passivity nor of being lazy. It's a way of thinking that lets you go with the flow of life instead of trying to fight it. Number 72. We think that hurting yourself is a necessary safety measure, but the only way to truly heal or find true happiness is to tell your story as someone who cares about you would. Simply said, you should love yourself because you deserve it. Number 73. Who you are is a source of life, power, and a force of nature. All there is to it is what has already been said. You can't really be one thing for very long, and you can't be one thing in any situation. Number 74. That makes it hard to get to know yourself. You're more than the labels and categories that your routines and jobs give you. Number 75. We have to teach our kids not to throw temper tantrums, not because it makes us look bad as parents, but because it's important for them to learn how to deal with bad feelings without fear of being laughed at or embarrassed. Number 76. We need to pay more attention to what we buy, what we click on, who we hang out with, and what we end up promoting, especially if it hurts other people. Number 77. When we don't feel comfortable with the quiet inside, we add layers of noise to fill the space. When the chaos gets too much to handle, just relax and let yourself feel what you feel, not what you think you should feel. Number 78. Closeness, not abstinence, is the best way to deal with addiction and anxiety. Anxiety makes a person feel like they aren't connected to reality, other people, or even their own identity. You need to get back in touch with the people and things that are important to you. Number 79. Trying to avoid pain is like turning down pleasure. They both do the same thing, but they couldn't be more different. To stop feeling at all is to dull a part of our range of emotions. Number 80. You don't have to believe in anything, but you should be willing to go with your gut and act in a way that shows love and respect for yourself and others. Love this book's summary? Watch the full summary in our app. If you find that reading is becoming a chore, then you need Morfosis. Our app delivers key insights from nonfiction books in easy-to-digest animated summaries. With our 7-day free trial, there's nothing to lose. Get the knowledge you need without hours of reading. Start your free trial today by clicking the link in the description below.